Hello, greetings, welcome, welcome. This is Patty Bennett. I am so happy you are here today. I am going to be making some fun cards with you today. If you are new to my channel, either Facebook Live or my blog or on YouTube, welcome. Hello. I am so glad that you're here. We are going to be working on a whole stack of cards that may or may not turn out looking like this. I just have this many more to go, and I thought I would show you what I was creating. I've got that many that are done, and we are going to have some fun with these today. If you're watching live, you're going to see right up there the little red live button, and that would be Facebook Live. This is one of my weekly Facebook Live crafting videos, but you might be watching later and you might not see that button, so then you are no longer on a live video. I'm going to watch for comments over here on my iPad. So if you're watching the live, then I can answer your questions. And if you're watching later, then you can go ahead and comment or like or share or whatever you'd like to do, but I may miss your comment if it's later. It's sometimes hard to find all of those comments. All right, so welcome. I think we're at the top of the hour. Today, when I'm live, is April 16th, Friday. So it's one of my weekly Friday lives. And I thought, since I shared these cards with my team this week, and they seem to really enjoy them, I thought I would share them with you today, because I have to finish them up anyway. So I thought, why not work on these and share some tips with you and show you what I'm doing. I know I saw Tammy is on here, and she liked this one and this one in particular with the little piece of sandpaper, not real sandpaper, but I'll show you what I mean. The sand design, does that help? And I thought I would explain all these and we would just make some. So welcome everyone. I am super glad that you're joining me. By the way, if you're going to want some more details, which you might, like the products and a few more details on these cards, my blog is pattystamps.com, and tomorrow, April 17th, 2021, is when you will find these cards on my blog. I have that post ready to go. I'm also going to put the replay of this video there as well. And I wrote this just mainly for myself, so I don't forget to tell you, I am going to show you some sneak peeks of new products towards the end here, so stay tuned with me because I just opened another box that came from Stampin' Up, and we have some new products that we want to look at that they're so cool. Oh, and don't let me forget, I'm going to put it right here so I don't forget. I also have a tip to show you with Wink of Stella, so that will help remind me, or else maybe somebody else can help remind me. So anyway, I needed a lot of customer thank you cards, and I happened to find over here in my stash 4 or 5 packages of these cards in envelopes. So I wanted to show this to you. This is the Flowers for Every Season Memories and More pack of cards and envelopes. And I obviously had some project that I was going to do over the past year and forgot. And so when I found these, I thought, oh my goodness, I need to use these up. So these are great. They are what I would consider oversized for a normal card. So they fit a 4x6 panel on the front, or of course you can make anything smaller or anything up to 4x6. They're already scored. They come in 5 in colors, and they are white on the inside. As you can see, they have coordinating envelopes. So it's a lovely package, a lovely assortment. And as of right now, like I said, live right now, this is November 6th. It's not November. Oh my goodness. April 16th. Yes. They are actually on the clearance rack. I believe it's only $8.80 for the pack of all of these cards and envelopes. And as you can see, you get the 5 beautiful colors here. So I wanted to use these, and I decided that I would try some designs with the Sand and Sea paper. I'm going to show you the embossed vellum and then these stickers and the gems. So we're going to go through that. But I wanted to show you that this is what I used for the base card. When I'm done with this live, I'll be happy to run back onto the description and put a link for you so that you can link directly to these cards and envelopes. But isn't it pretty how it just gives such a nice border around what would have been your standard 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 card front, but then it gives you this beautiful border and you have that beautiful coordinating envelope. So there's the Misty Moonlight. Here it is with the Bumblebee, the Cinnamon Cider, and the Just Jade. And I think that they all coordinate beautifully. I think it's all a very kind of natural, beachy kind of a look. Now, I didn't use the Magenta Madness. This was just a little bit too much for me for the seashells, but I'm going to use those with flowers. So never fear, I will use those. I know, shocking, flowers, right? So let me show you kind of how these cards go together. So let's just grab that Bumblebee one that I showed you in the beginning. And what I did was cut my Sand and Sea designer paper to 4 by 5 1/4. And that's because you're going to get the most out of your pack. You would get 6 of these card fronts from a 12 by 12 sheet. So I layered it on top. And then on top of that is, you can see how beautifully this is embossed. This is the Seashells embossing folder. I hope you can see how pretty that is with our vellum cardstock. And a big thank you to Tammy Savello. She's watching today. I took her a stack of cut vellum and my embossing folder and some other projects, and I asked her to do the embossing and the die cutting for me, and bless her heart, she did. I compensate her with Stampin' Up! Products, and she is a dear. I just don't know how I could do all this without her assistance, but thank you, Tammy. And anyway, yes, last chance sale, $8.80 for these card bases and envelopes. Thanks, Tammy, for looking that up. So the vellum is embossed with the folder, and then that, okay, so we put our Sand and Sea designer paper, put our vellum on top, and then look how pretty. You see just those colors kind of showing through. And then I just have all different ways that I've been decorating them. So I have a strip of Sand and Sea paper that I might add. I have other designer paper pattern from that pack. If I flip it over, there's that sand sort of a pattern, and I ripped it to create the sand at the bottom. I have my whole little jar of stamped and die cut Friends Are Like Seashells. You collect them along the way. Isn't that cute? Love that saying. So I have that on each card. And then I have used these cute seashell stickers on most of them. I've tried to kind of make them a little bit different, just simply because I get a little bit bored with making 70 of the same thing. So I kind of switch it up. But that's the basis of it, just really the same sort of base on every card. Now I want to show you here as an alternate. Do you see how you can see the die cut behind there? So that is the Stampin' Up! Pearlized paper, die cut with the seashell dies. And it's just slipped in between here because it lines up with those embossed designs. And then what that does is, you can see it really makes it pop where you have that seashell design. So that's just an alternate. And I was just, like I said, kind of making them differently, playing with different designs. If you're not familiar, let me just show you quickly the stamp set. And that's where I got that cute greeting. Friends are like seashells. You collect them along the way. Something to note, You can see that that looks smaller than this, and it is because it says down here that the images are shown at 75% of real size. So there's the real size, and the cover has them shrunk down so that they could all fit on one side here. We talked about the embossing folder. Let's look at the dies. This is what the die looks like, this large one, plus the extra pieces. It's really easier to kind of see here. I've shown this before, but you might not have seen that video, or you may not be familiar. So this is what that piece looks like die cut. That's what I showed you in the pearlized paper. And you have these other pieces that you can stamp and die cut. The really cool thing about this die cut is that you can also slip it back into the embossing folder, you can stamp on it, and you can do both. So this is a little review because I know I've shown all this before in my product review video of this suite, but in case you missed it, I just wanted to quickly review that and just sort of catch you up. Yeah, Louise is saying 70 cards. Yeah, I make about that many every week for my customer thank yous. I am very blessed to have lots of loyal customers that order, and I do send a thank you card. So I'm about 2 weeks behind. These will go out to the people that ordered a couple weeks ago, but I'm doing my best to keep caught up. So here is an overview of the Sand and Sea designer paper. You can see that sand pattern. Here are a couple others that I showed you. And then there are a couple that have this really pretty like ombre gradient. And that's what I was using for my 4x6 piece. And if you are not familiar, it is currently all in the January to June mini catalog. So there's actually a 3-page spread with these products. Now, I want to point out that this bundle and the embossing folder that I'm using on these cards do carry over into the new catalog. So they'll be available for the coming year, along with the pearlized paper. What is not in the new catalog are the shells and this designer paper. So as I'm creating these, if you are enjoying this paper and you think, yeah, I might want to grab a pack of that to go with my bundle, you know, whether or not you have this yet, you can always get it in the coming year, but you cannot get the paper and the seashell stickers in the coming year. So that's why I wanted to go ahead and point this out and do this video and show you all of these fun ideas while we chat for a minute. And then I hope that my videos also give you some tips and pointers along the way, because maybe you're thinking, well, this card isn't all that complicated. I can make this, but maybe I'll show you a tip or two along the way that will help you. So let's finish up a couple of these, and that will give you a few ideas of how these cards go together. And I won't forget, I need to show you my tip with the Wink of Stella, so don't let me forget that. You can use either the Seal Plus or the Seal or your liquid glue, whichever is your preference, to actually attach the designer paper onto the base card. Doesn't matter. But I'll show you a couple tips for layering the vellum and the piece of pearlized paper. So that was the Seal Plus. That's just really my preference. I love Seal Plus. Now we need to put these two together, and we need to put these onto here. So let me show you what I personally do. So let's look again at one of these finished cards. So if you have a design in mind and you know, for instance, here you're going to put this strip of designer paper here, you can easily hide adhesive under this area and it won't show through the vellum. So knowing that, I'm going to put some adhesive there because I know that it won't show under that strip. And then I'm actually just going to add just a couple of little spots you can see there and there, and it's really not going to show much. It's, oh, wait, I almost stuck it down. Well, you could stick it down, but we're going to put this piece on. And so I just lay it down and I kind of hover over. I line it up as best I can. And then I just press it into place. Okay, do you see how pretty that looks? Isn't that cool with that pearlized die cut under there? And then I can just go ahead and put some adhesive under those areas that I know aren't going to show. And line it up there. And there we go. I see a question. Donna says, any tips for coloring the pearlized paper? So this pearlized paper, if you've been around a while and you've used glossy paper in the past, you know that glossy paper or this kind of pearlized finish does not accept ink very well. It's just going to kind of sit on the top. And so actually, no, I have not even tried to color this. You can, I believe, color it with an alcohol-based ink or an alcohol marker like Stampin' Blends. I believe that will work, but I just have not even colored it. So you can see here that when you have that embossed vellum on top, it really gives you all the detail you need for that. And if you were doing something like this, I would just use the Whisper White rather than the pearlized so that you could stamp or ink blend on it. I'm sure somebody somewhere has, come across something that they think was, that will work. Not that they think, but they know that will work. And that's probably out there somewhere on YouTube. I just have not gone out to look for that to see what might be a great way to color on it. But thank you. That is a really good question. And then, so I've just put that strip there like this one to cover up the adhesive. And you can see where I added like a couple spots of adhesive, it really does not show through if you're very kind of sparing with it. And that keeps the paper from flapping up. So not bad. That really seems to work. And then I have my cute little greeting. And what I like to do, you've seen me do this before. I love the foam adhesive sheets. I cut them into smaller pieces. So I'll do like 4 strips and then sections this way to get some smaller pieces. You can also, of course, use a few glue dots. Stampin' Dimensionals on the back. Or you can use this. Now that one might be a little big. We need to either trim it or let's grab a smaller one. So let's do this one. I just personally would rather deal with one piece of that than with like 4 or 6 little dimensionals. That's just my preference. Just my preference. You can do either. Totally fine. And then we have some seashells. Let's put one of each color. These are stickers, and I should have shown you as I peeled that off. I'll show you here. At first I thought that this outline was on the sticker, but you can see here when you peel it off, the outline is not part of the sticker. So you really just get the detailed image there. And it comes with all 3 sheets. So you get these 3 colors, these 3 designs. And let's just tuck these like this and maybe put this one down here. And then what I really loved was these blue gems on here because I sort of thought this gave the illusion of sea glass. Now, if you haven't done a lot of beach walking, walking along on the shore, you probably are thinking, what is she talking about? Beach glass. Well, I have grown up going to the beach down in Southern California, and it's really popular to walk along and to collect the glass that washes up on the shore, and it becomes really soft and smooth. It's just from broken bottles that are all over in the ocean. And it's really beautiful and shimmery and soft. And so that's just sort of what that reminded me of. And I thought, oh, I like that on here. There's other, you could use pastel pearls. You could use the Opal Rounds. Any of these would look beautiful on these cards. I just chose to use the blue gems. So that's just basically how I put that card together. Not hard at all. Let's see. Oh, thank you, Tammy, for answering. I missed the question. Somebody must have asked about the card base. Yes, it is the package of Flowers for Every Season, Memories and More, Cards and Envelopes, number 153101. It comes with 10 cards and 10 envelopes, and it is on sale right now for $8.80. So here's what the color selection looks like. And then you have the beautiful matching printed envelopes that go with it. So at the beginning of the video, I was mentioning that I found 4 or 5 packs of them, and that's why I decided, oh, I am going to use these up and make cards with these. So that's what I was doing, and that's why you see these colors for the card bases. So thank you, and I'm sorry I missed that question. Let's see. I don't think I missed another question, though. I'm just scrolling back. Oh, thank you, Tammy. She says that the blue gems really make that card. So you can see here's an idea without the blue gems. So we can actually make this idea next with the sand. Here's one similar with the blue gems. And then on this one, I don't feel like I'm good at this. I thought that this twine looped around under there would look fun. I don't know. I guess I'm just not a fan of it so much. I think it looks good. I just decided not to go all out and do all of them like that. I don't know. What do you think? I don't know. I like it, but it's just not my absolute favorite. Okay, so let's work on another one over here while we finish up, and then I will show you my my tip and and our sneak peeks. That's right. That's what we were doing. So on this card, I am going to lift this up a little bit because I had already made a bunch of them at this point where I had the designer paper and the vellum on top. And then I am going to take a piece of this. This one's a little wider. And I'm just going to rip so that it looks like some sand. Kind of a sand dune, would you say? Maybe. And I'm going to put my adhesive on and just sneak that down here at the bottom like that. And then we'll put the greeting. I did them all the same. And this die, I believe, is from Smooth Sailing. It's just one of my favorites. I love this shape. It seems to accommodate so many of our stamps, of our greetings. I really like it. And by the way, when you're cutting this foam adhesive, I just have sort of an old pair of scissors that I use. I don't use any of my good scissors to cut that. There's just no reason to get them gunky at all with the adhesive on them. So then we'll do that. Oh, Sandy says not a twine lover either. Okay, Margene loves the twine. Wendy likes the twine. Sharon likes the cards. Tammy likes the twine. Teresa likes the cards. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, thank you. If you love that twine, give me a hearts or a thumbs up. I'm going to see how many of you are loving the twine. I'm just curious because maybe it's just me. I don't know. Maybe it's me. So let's do, I think we'll do all 3 of these again. I was kind of using these stickers to pull out and enhance the colors going on here. And since all 3 colors really are in this, I think we'll just do all 3 of those stickers. I like them. I like them, like them. Okay, I saw some. Okay, so Sherry, that's, I like that. Sherry says, I like the card, but not the twine. I'm with you. I was thinking it would be wonderful. And then I was kind of like, You know what? Let's try some Opal Rounds on this one. What do you say? Let's see what that looks like. So let's do, and I'm not good at placing these. I always like double, triple, second guess myself. I don't know why. Why am I so hesitant about putting down here, 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 here? Let's just do it. Let's commit. So there's the Opal Rounds, gives a much softer effect than the blue gems. Yeah, so that's fun. Let's see. Lori says, I like the twine. It adds a layer. Yeah, it does add another layer of texture and color. You're right. You're right. That's true. Oh, Jacqueline says, it's nice if it's done well and mine looks nice. Thank you. Linen thread. Let's do that. I have my linen thread right here. Let's do another card and do the linen thread. Let's see. We haven't done green yet. Let's do green. And let's do this piece across here to kind of bring out the colors. So let me see how, oh, I've got that. That's stuck. I was going to lift it up and put a little more adhesive. We don't need to. So let's put adhesive here and do this designer paper strip. And then we can do some linen thread. So what I do, and I don't even know if there's like a rule or whatever, I wrap it around 3 times. And then with my greeting, I'm going to flip it over. Let's see, is this going to be too big? I need to cut off just a little bit. I am going to put the adhesive. Okay. So there's our adhesive. And then I kind of bunch this and I don't know, see, it's like, maybe because it's messy. Okay, so I stick it into the adhesive. And then I put a little more adhesive onto the card where I'm going to put this. And then you can kind of fluff this out a little. Oh, you know what? That was a good call. Who said, Donna said linen thread. What do you think? What do you think? I'm thinking yes. I like that. Thank you. Oh, Sylvia says, what catalog are the blue gems in? That's in the annual catalog. Is it annual or, hang on. I'm trying to think now. Is it in, yeah, it's annual catalog. Let me grab it. Go to my embellishment page. No, it's not. Good heavens. Did I overlook it? Are they in here? I thought I just looked. Well, why am I losing my mind here? Where are the blue gems? Were they a carryover from the holiday catalog? Was that it? That could have been it. Well, why is my brain so like not thinking right now? Yeah, okay, thank you. Teresa is helping me out here. They were a carryover from the holiday catalog. So you can still order them online, but they're not in the catalog. Thank you. Yeah, some days, boy. And if you're thinking, what the heck is with this linen thread? I've shown this before. This was an old spool from my great aunts, and they used it in their sewing and quilting, and I just wrap my linen thread around it so that I can just, hold it in my hand and think about them. It makes me happy, so that's what I do. Okay, so on this one, let's see. Should we do stickers or should we do just some gems? I'm wondering, what if I was thinking about, the pink. The pink. What do you think? What do you think? I don't know. I love the color. I don't know about the placement. I am never good at putting them somewhere. But anyway, there we go. So there's the green card base and the linen thread, and that is perfect. Thank you again for whoever suggested that. I love it. I love the linen thread. That is a good way to use that. Very pretty. So, and this is funny because I said I was going to show you this tip, but then I used this on a different card, not on this card. However, we can use it on this card and I'll still show you my tip. Okay, so my tip was that when I like to add a little extra sparkle, I just like to flick the tip of the brush onto my card, and it gives this a little extra sparkle. Now, I was actually doing this on a different card, so I don't know why I thought I had to show you. But what I did want to tell you about was that you can unscrew this and you can pull off this little black ring. I usually do it with tweezers, and then I fill it, or I refill it with some rubbing alcohol. And I love this little container because it has this nice pointy nib that I can just put down in there and fill with rubbing alcohol. And then when you put this back on and you shake it up, it like enlivens your Wink of Stella, and you can get several more, well, weeks or months of use out of it. So anyway, so silly that I was thinking that I had to use it on this card, but you can certainly use it on this card. It's not a punch, Lori. It is from the dies called Smooth Sailing, and you can see it has the little stitching on it. Yeah, I use this one a lot. I really like this one. You're welcome, Tammy. Yeah, I shared an extra container with her. And by the way, it's actually a hair color applicator from Sally Beauty. So if you have a beauty supply place by you, that's where I got this. So I keep one labeled rubbing alcohol at my desk. I keep another one labeled water so that if I need to fill my spritzers or my aqua paint, my water painters with water, I have water in one that I use. And simply because I don't have a sink real handy here, I have to go through the bedroom and into the bathroom. And yeah, I know it's like not a huge long walk, but anyway, I just prefer to have that next to me. Yeah, Donna, thanks. Just answered that. I'm sure my answer was cross with your question there. And let's see. Oh, hi, Patricia. Patricia is joining live from Switzerland. So I just feel so blessed that you join us every Friday from Switzerland. That's so amazing. Yeah. Yes, you can also put water on your chamois using that. Exactly. Exactly. So I'll just bring in a couple of the cards here just as a review. And then I want to show you the sneak peek that I had for you because I just opened another box of supplies and I was so excited when I looked at some of the new the brand new in color goodies. And so just as a reminder, these card bases do come with the beautiful matching envelopes. So if you are looking for those, I'll put the link again up above, but it is the Memories and More, Flowers for Every Season, Memories and More card bases and envelopes on clearance right now. All right. That's so funny, Donna. Donna says, too bad it's not drinking alcohol. Well, you know, I don't, I'm not going to advocate either way, but I'm sure that's a possibility, right? And just one final reminder, just before we go on to our sneak peek. The reason I am showing you these cards today is to remind you, this designer paper is not in the new catalog. And also, the stickers are not in the new catalog. So if you are wanting to create with this suite And if you're like me and you think that this paper just like makes this sweet, I mean, to me, this does it. This just makes it. So if you want the Sand and Sea paper, that's something you're going to need to get soon because it is not in the new catalog. Okay, so let's get to these cute little sneak peeks. I have two things to show you. The new in color gift bags. Oh my goodness. Look at these ombre gift bags in the new in colors. What? How gorgeous, right? So pretty. I love these. Both sides. And they're a great size, especially if you're one that gives gifts like any of the embellishment. They are just a terrific size for giving like that. And you can also, of course, you can make other types of projects by like folding this down and putting a ribbon around it, or you can turn it this way and make it a pocket. I mean, there's so many things you can do with these little bags, but just love the new in colors with these bags. So pretty. So that's a sneak peek from the new catalog. And then let me just open this plastic over here. This is a sneak peek of the Ombre specialty paper. I really had a hard time looking at it in the PDF file from the demonstrator pre-order. So I was super excited to get this and see it in person. Oh my heavens, is this not absolutely, completely stunning? Oh my gosh. So it's an ombre effect from light to dark on each sheet. And it's not exactly glimmer paper, but it's obviously not just paper or cardstock either. Can you see the beautifulness of this? Oh my goodness. It's like iridescent sparkles. And I just was glancing over here. How beautiful will it be with these Opal Rounds because you have that iridescent look? Oh my goodness. So yes, and it's thick. You can kind of tell from that. White on the other side, and then the 4 colors in the pack. Oh my goodness. Definitely going to need to buy lots and lots and lots and lots of packs of, oh, I did it. Picked them all up at once, of the ombre bags and this ombre paper. I don't know. I'm just like a huge fan of all this beautiful ombre business happening here in the new catalog. Oh my goodness. Wow. What do you think? Do you love this? Do you love this? Love this? Give me a heart if you think these are beautiful. So demonstrators are pre-ordering right now. The catalog that is brand new. I can only show you this cover. They're in this brand new catalog. This catalog goes live on May 4th for customers. I have been sending out 75 a day. That's kind of my limit of hauling them to the post office and getting all the postage printed. So 75 a day I've been sending to my customers. I should be done by Saturday. If you're one of my regular customers, you are getting one of these automatically in the mail. And if you're not, you can always request it. So here again is my blog, pattystamps.com. is where I blog each day. There is a button to request catalogs if you do not have a demonstrator already. As a reminder, if you're looking for these Sand and Sea seashell cards, April 17th on my blog will be all the details. So that's that. And if you are thinking, well, wow, maybe I want to order this stuff early, you can always sign up as a demonstrator and do the pre-order that demonstrators get to do a month ahead of time. So I do have information on my blog about that as well, and I'd be happy to answer your questions. So any questions about any of these products, my cards, anything we've talked about, or anything else? I'm just scrolling back to see if anybody had a question on anything. I am not seeing any questions yet. So I will hang out a moment and be happy to answer your questions about any of this. I love the new catalog. I'm telling you, it's amazing. I don't know how they do it. I have been a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator for just under 26 years. This June will be 26 years. And every year they outdo themselves. The designers, the product team, the catalog sample makers, everybody outdoes themselves on these catalogs. So, hi, Kathy. Yeah, we're just ending, so you're welcome to watch the replay. Welcome, though. Any questions about the new catalog, the products, the cards we made today? I'd be happy to answer anything that you would like to know. Thank you, Lori. Thanks so much. No, Margene, you can pre-order as many times as you want throughout this month up until May 3rd, as long as you do not exceed the number of, like for instance, we could only buy 1 pack of the bags. We could only buy 1 pack of the paper. So as long as you're not exceeding those limits, you can order as many times as you want to. Yes, the bottle again. Of course, I'd be happy to. So this is the bottle, and under this sticker, it says hair color. So it's a hair color applicator. I have put the sticker made with my brother P-Touch labeler that says rubbing alcohol. I have another one that says water. And of course, just kind of a disclaimer, anytime you put something like rubbing alcohol, anything really other than water, you always want to label it, because you never know when someone else might come into your craft room and grab it thinking that, oh, this is just water, or, I mean, you just never know. So please always label things if it's something other than water, because you don't want a child or anybody else to get a hold of it. But anyway, that's just sort of a side note. But yes, this tip is so wonderful for refilling in your Wink of Stella, in your spritzers, or in any of your water painters. So you can fill them with alcohol or with water, depending on what technique you're doing. Yes, and it was from Sally Beauty, but I think any beauty supply place should have these, or I'm sure by now Amazon does. I got these years ago, and so I wasn't really even shopping much on Amazon when I got that. Let's see. Yes, I can show the cards again. Sure, let me just pick this up. They're right under here. And you're welcome to watch the replay if you missed it. So we were working with the card bases from the Flowers for Every Season. And they have card base, white inside, matching envelope. So that's what we were working with. And I've got a piece of Sand and Sea paper under the embossed vellum. And I was just showing all different ways to embellish, to add little gems, to put extra designer paper. And so we just had all these different ideas. And they will be on pattystamps.com tomorrow, April 17th. Let's see. Thank you. So glad that you enjoyed it. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Thanks for reminding me. All right. So we had a question about the embossing folder. And I meant to say this right at the beginning. And thank you so much, Susie, for reminding me. So this is the Seashell embossing folder that the cardstock vellum is embossed with on these cards. So I had this all ready to go, all the photos taken, the blog post is ready for tomorrow, and this is on the back order list. So it is not currently available to ship. It will ship in May, and I am so sorry. It's like best laid plans, but like I said a few times, the reason I insisted that I still wanted to show you this is because this paper is not in the new catalog. And I don't want any of you to think, well, I'll just wait. I can get all this stuff in the new catalog. You won't be able to get the paper in the new catalog. So that's why I decided to go ahead and show this today. Thank you, Susie, for the reminder. I meant to say that right in the beginning, and I even have a Post-it note right here next to me, and I totally forgot. But yeah, this is on back order until towards the end of May. But you can still get the other products, and you can still, have fun with the paper and get your products ready. So I'm so sorry about the back order. There's just so many delays in shipping. And it's crazy. We live just across the bay from San Francisco, and a few weeks ago, we went over the Bay Bridge into San Francisco, and you would not believe the entire San Francisco Bay is filled with cargo ships waiting to be unloaded. And so you have, San Francisco, and you have San Diego and Long Beach and Seattle, and there might even be another port along the West Coast that I don't know about, but you have all these ships just waiting to be unloaded. My guess is this is probably on one of those ships, along with all of the other back-ordered products. But yeah, there's just such a backlog of ships waiting to be unloaded. So I'm so sorry about some of the delays, but it is a global issue, and it is beyond the control of Stampin' Up. Okay, well, thank you again so much for watching me. If you're new to my channel, I appreciate you joining me. And if you are a returning viewer, welcome back. And I hope that you enjoyed today. I hope you got a tip or two. And I will look forward to seeing you next week. All right? Thanks again, everybody. Have a great weekend.